This truck is completely on fire. Now we're coming to a stop. We're seeing that fire start to spread to the cab. If we can, we'll bring Air 7 HD to the front of the vehicle. Is he out? Is he out? There he is. The driver's out. He's climbing the fence. Stay on this side if we can, Tyler. Don't get any further south. We see this driver struggling to climb up the hill. That's a good sign because it means that CHP doesn't have to deal with rescuing this suspect. Let's see if we can go a little bit north because of the sound wall there. And you could see that cab completely on fire now. That's going to be a complete loss. As we come on the other side of the sound wall here, we'll hopefully be able to see that suspect still on the run, continuing southbound. He's continuing southbound on one of the surface streets here, and that CHP air unit still has eyes on that suspect. He's continuing on foot, possibly running out of breath, jumping over a fence there, onto a private property, into a home maybe. Looks like a condo complex. Hopefully CHP gets eyes on this guy shortly. I see one CHP officer on foot a little further down the road, and we see this guy now. This is the suspect. Stay on this side. Perfect, perfect. The air unit still has eyes on this suspect. It looks like he's out of breath just kind of walking through the neighborhood, and hopefully these CHP officers can get to this guy before he can cause any more trouble. Going around another townhome here. That night sun still staying on that general area, which means that CHP does have eyes on him. Now he's running northbound. Oh, it looks like he's going to hop into a patio here, possibly. Hopefully that CHP... Oh, no, not going to hop into the patio. Running out into one of the driveways. It does look like he's in kind of a condominium complex here, continuing to walk on foot. That one CHP officer is in a foot pursuit now, and another CHP officer closing in. The CHP officer looks like he has a lot more steam left in him, but that suspect still does too. He's going to continue on one of the surface streets here in this townhome complex. A lot of trees in this area. We're going to move Air 7 HD around to get you the best angle. Hopefully we see the suspect pop out on the other side here. And there he is. There he is. The suspect popping out onto the sidewalk. You see that one officer right behind him, and it looks like he made a tackle right behind the tree. And hopefully we will see the conclusion of this pursuit very shortly here. We see one officer on scene, another officer on scene, and it does appear that the suspect is giving up peacefully, which is all we can ask at this point. Looks like this is the 6600 block of Canary Pine Avenue in Ontario, a townhome complex just south of the 210 freeway here, the 210 and Haven. As we look back at the wreckage, the tractor trailer here now a complete loss, going up in flames. CHP is on scene, but the fire department is not. They're going to have to get the local fire department out here to help put this thing out. And there's our suspect. Our suspect on the ground in handcuffs after a long pursuit from Santa Clarita down the 5 freeway to the 134 to the 210. Ending in Ontario after a spike strip, a perfect spike strip attempt by CHP, knocking out multiple wheels on this tractor trailer, eventually causing sparks as the suspect driver continued to drive this thing and drive it eastbound. That caused this fire. Once the driver realized that his truck was going up in flames, he did the smart thing and pulled over and got out. Unfortunately, he did not give up at that point. The driver ran. As we were saying, the driver ran and officers took this suspect into custody. I'm not sure if those were CHP officers or an assisting agency. Looked like different uniforms down there. Yeah, you could descend a little bit. I think it... Can you descend at all or no? Because I think you're... Open me back up? Yeah. Thank you for joining us on abc7.com and our ABC7 streaming platforms. We're going to wrap things up in our with our pursuit coverage here. As Rob, our photographer, looks at what remains of this big rig tractor trailer, completely engulfed in flames. That's going to be a total loss. So they're waiting for the fire department to come here and put this thing out. In the meantime, the 210 freeway is going to be closed at Haven for the time being while they get this thing put out. That might be closed for some time. If you know anybody heading on the eastbound 210 towards the IE, let them know. But the good news here, one suspect in custody after a lengthy big rig pursuit ending with a spike strip and fire. Live on Air 7 HD, Gabe Santos, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.